Hey Smashers, it's the Hulk. Um, I did say I wanted to come back with greater news, and I kind of have some. Um, so first things first, I'm not gonna just pretend those two videos didn't exist. Uh, I noticed no one gave two shits. Um, Someone asked me, like, the only question that was ever asked about those two videos wasn't anything about VR chat. No one gave two shits about that. So I assumed most people agreed with what I was saying. So I realized I was talking too fast, so I'm taking my, I'm pacing myself. Wait, like, um, but yeah, the only question was like, why are you looking for animators when you can do it yourself, and are you still going to college? And I did respond, but might as well say it in a video. Um, I do plan on going to college. I just need to like learn more math first. Because my elementary school tended to kick me out of like every single class, and the only thing I could learn was math. And when I was a kid, if you forced me to do something, I didn't want to do it. So I refused to do math. But at the same time, all for from fourth grade to grade six, um, I was learning math and everything else, everything, um, a grade below me, because the teachers assumed that if you're locally developed, which is a nice term, a phrase for uh, autistic or um, someone on that kind of spectrum, um, they just assumed that they were not as smart as their age. So you know I did not learn grade six math. I learned grade five math at grade six, um, and it was like that same thing with from grade four to grade six. You get it. I don't need to repeat it. Um, but it was terrible because they went from going from 1 year below us to um, I guess it'd be better to explain it in a different way, because the teacher that was, you know, teaching us a grade below left, and another one came in. Okay, that's the context of the next part. This new teacher started teaching us math, like at like high school level, kind of trying to prepare us for high school, but everyone in the class in the process lost 3 to 4 years of math anything. So a lot of the stuff we were looking at is just like, I have no idea what this is. I've never seen this before. What is this? And he did not have the best time trying to explain it, at least to me. I never truly understood half of math or any of that stuff. So part of the reason I haven't been to college or doing a lot of like techie things, because I'm very limited. And with throughout high school, I still was learning at locally developed. Um, some parts were good because, you know, unlike any other of the other classes, they actually taught us how to like make sure that we were getting the right pay, making sure that we were like we knew how to finance and all that stuff, like actually preparing us for the future. But none of it was stuff to prepare me for college. It was only preparing me for the real world. So there's a lot of math I just generally don't know. And no matter how much I search it up or try to learn it, for some reason, I just don't get it. I don't know why. I don't get it. There's some math that's just like common knowledge and it's just like common sense, you know? But when you get to algebra, I don't know what the fuck that is. Okay, I'm sorry. I've never done that before. Okay, but now the part with the animation, because I do want to start talking about that. I have tried to experiment with animation myself. It's just with the technology I have currently is very limited. Um, so I don't really know how to explain this, but I the only devices in the house is like a Chromebook, which most people who have a Chromebook know is a piece of shit for animation. You don't really want to animate on that. There's like an iPhone 6, the Fire tablet I'm using, which is an Amazon tablet. Don't ever fucking buy one. Not worth it. Sure, it's $100, but no, it's not even really a tablet. You download half the apps, and there's something else. Like I tried to download an animation thing onto this tablet, but it was just popping up something completely different than what it said it was. So I don't know what happened with that. Um, and there's also a VR, which you can't really, at least per my knowledge or know how, can animate on a VR. So those, like those are my limits. I truly don't know how to animate on most of those devices. I've tried to. So my response was to, well, not really like to reach out to them because it was more they reached out to me. I never even made a post saying that I wanted help, but someone contacted me and was just like, "Hey, I'm willing to help." Um, and like, I understand that you don't have a lot of money, so here's like the lowest rate I can do. And I was just like, "Thank you for understanding." And when I make enough, I'll pay you what you're worth. Because if I could right now, I would. But um, I physically can't. Like I I'm already out of money, and it's like basically the beginning of the month. So that tells you how much everything costs. Um, but I am attempting to start looking for voice actors. Um, Now the means to do the auditions is very abnormal. Like most people wouldn't even think of doing it this way, but I feel like it'd be fun. I don't know. Part of me kind of likes chaotic fun. So we, I wanted to do the auditions in VR chat in the world of Audience Anarchy, which is essentially a world where um, you the audience writes the script and the actors have to play it out. So it's just, and like they can make it up as they go or just like do whatever's on the script. But I feel like that's more fun and you know a little bit like more accessible than most other things because you can play it on the phone, you can play it on the computer, and you can play it on the VR. For those who cannot um, use VR chat, um, TikTok works. Tag me in TikTok. Do a TikTok thing of like uh, I don't know, whatever your favorite line is in a show, and then just quote the show. That way, I can like see your interpretation of your favorite line from a show, and then if I'm curious, I can see what the original is. So there are, if you do want to, you can. Um, the rates of voice acting can be anywhere from like $100 to $500. Like I want to say for like sometimes per line, other times like per episode, depending on how they do it. Um, but sorry, I need some water. Ah, you ever talk for so like so fast and for so and fluently, your throat just dries up? Yeah, that's what just happened. Anyway, um, yeah, I think it'd be fun to do it that way. Um, but yeah, if you're interested, let me know. Um, the group that is, am I able to? The group that's doing it is Hulk Boy Studios, which is my company. Yes, I put it in VR chat because why the fuck not? Um, let me try to find it. But while I try to find it, um, I have four groups in VR chat. Okay, just letting y'all know. Uh, the one of them is the Hell of a Has Been fan club. The second, uh, it's not exactly in order, but yeah. The second is Hulk Boy Studios. The third is One Piece Talk because I love One Piece and I want to talk about it. And the fourth one is Stoners and Drinkers. Yeah, Stoners and Drinkers. Not and like Stoners and Drinkers. Yeah. Um, can I not? Hello. Is it not available on Survivor? Can I just look this up? Goku's annoying. But yeah, if you do audition, we will. Like I do recommend you to attempt to at least try to go to the next VR chat, like my group event, because the next time I do an audition in VR chat, um, I, if you get the role and I've made a decision about it, I'm gonna announce it. Um, so do show up, if you can, but no rush. There is a Discord server for everything I do. Basically, it's everything in one place. Like, you know, um, are you ever gonna learn? Anyway, they yeah, it's just like it's basically dead, but I do try to update it a lot. There's you know I do share One Piece updates because I love One Piece. I love talking about it. So I usually talk about it on Discord because some of my friends watch some of my videos and I don't want to spoil them. So, but the next video I might talk about it because I was right about something that happened in One Piece and I'm so fucking happy about it. Oh, this is not loading. So, um, I'll show you in the next video. I'm sorry. It's not loading, and if I exit out of this, it's gonna fuck up. So I'm not doing that. Um, but yeah, if you are interested, either one of two options: meet me in VR chat on the 20th of this month. It's at like 7:20 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Um, and we can all discuss about what the show's about and like you know how many parts there are because um, there are quite a few. There's a lot. Um, I am building quite a big world, so hopefully as many people as possible can have at least a voice line. That way they can just you know be put out somewhere. Just I don't know. I just like having people get their recognition that they deserve. So either meet me in VR chat or go onto TikTok. I know it's weird, but it's pretty much the only places I actually use. So go to TikTok if you don't want to go to VR chat. And, you know, whatever your favorite line is or scene, whatever have you. I want you to do your own interpretation of it. Essentially, how would you do it if you were in that world? And then, if you would so kindly uh, put in the description just uh, where the line is or the scene is in the movie. Just be like, oh, it's this movie with this timestamp. That way I can go find it and, I can see your creativity, because even if you can't, if even if it's the same thing, you still did it. Like I'm looking for people who genuinely want to voice act, and I want to give people chances that other companies would never give a chance to, you know. So yeah, if you're interested, it's on VRChat. The event um, should be public, so you can go find it on the VRChat website. Uh, if you don't have a VRChat account, I recommend you to make an official VRChat account before you link anything else. Because if you link it to something before making official VRChat account, you won't be able to like truly have your own like name and have as much abilities as everyone else. So just a fair warning, you you might want to make an actual VRChat account. um if your thing already has like the numbers at the end, your name, space, and then random numbers and letters, yeah, that means you did make an official VR chat account. I'll still let you audition, but I'm just saying for your uh, customization needs, you might want to make an official one. But yeah, I hope to see you all there. And if you are interested and you do go to the event page on VR Chat, it should be already there on the 20th. So just add it to your VR Chat calendar and your real life calendar. Because if you add it to your VR Chat calendar, it tells me that you're interested in the event, and I'll have a good idea of how many people are coming. So, um, just a fair warning: the world can only fit like, I think it's like 60 to 80 people around there. Um, so do keep that in mind. There might be a queue, and people are allowed to come in and watch the performances because if you're not comfortable performing in front of people in a virtual space where you're not actually there, then are you really going to be comfortable with having your voice on YouTube or on the screen? Or you know what I mean? Like, so if you truly want this, then I'll give you a chance because it's just, it'd be nice to give people just like encouragement, even if like budgeting might be an issue. Um, so do keep in mind that um, until I have a stable budget, I'll I won't be able to like fully like, I don't know. I'm gonna have to think of how to do this because part of me thinks I could do like, you know because it'd be like 10 days from when I get paid, and then I could use that pay to pay the actors to do some lines, and then we can just discuss about what that pay would be because I do have a budget, and the budget is a lot. Okay, I might be able to afford a couple lines, so we'll see how it goes. And yeah, also if um you're wondering how we're gonna do the voice lines, I'm most likely gonna have you just send me like a couple voice lines, like a couple takes of the line I give you, you know, and then you just send it to me on Discord after you got the role, because this is for people who got the role, which is no one at the moment. Um, I guess except for me, because I put myself as the main character. Fuck you. Um, my show, I can do what the fuck I want. Um, but I am looking for a villain. I am looking for a bunch of people who are either queer or comfortable playing queer characters. So if you are not comfortable playing, like, there are some straight characters, so like, don't worry, you won't be left out. But the majority is queer characters, so if you are not comfortable being in a show with queer representation, get the fuck off my page. Okay? Okay. Um you clearly don't support me or anything I do, so I don't give two shits about you. Anyway. Yeah. I'm excited because even though I'm probably doing this way sooner and faster than I should be, part of me is just like, I want to get it done. I But at the same time, it's just like, I want to get it done the best way possible. That, and it took me like far too long to finish that fucking script. So yeah, it is rated 16 plus. Um, I don't know if the official raters, like the people who rate content, would 100% agree with that, but from my point of view, it is rated 16 plus. Because some people might think it's rated older, because there is some death. There is like some gore. Some gore. There's gore. There, like, I don't hold back on just if someone dies, you see it. I ain't shying away from that shit. So do be warned that if because what I make is what I make. I can't say anything for what other creators I hire in the future make, because they can make whatever show they want. And, they get whatever percentage of the profit we discuss, from the show. Because realistically, the only way I can actually, like, for sure pay people is that, the content actually makes money. Because I do not have enough money on my own. Um, if there is any ideas of, just ways to get money legally, legally get money, I'll heal you out. Anything illegal, I'll delete. Okay, so no illegal comments because they will be deleted. Um, I, for reasons, I cannot break any law for any reason for the next 4 years. Why? I'll tell you in 4 years. Okay? I can't say anything right now, but I'll probably say something in the future. I just, yeah, I can't talk about it. Can't break the deal. Anyway, yeah, I think I covered all the bases. Hopefully, I didn't talk too fast. I did try to pace myself, but doing so, it did make a 30-minute video, so I do apologize. It probably would have been shorter, but at the same time, I would have just talked way too fast. But yeah, I hope to see you all there. And I am working on a side project, which is more just like a I'm working on like two fan things. Um, the first one is just a test run to see if I can do it. Um, and like the best way to do it. But I the test one, I don't fully know the what songs I can and can't use to animate over. Just like animate a song to make it like live kind of. See if like start with that and then, you know, do the show, at least a cut like an episode, see how that goes, you know? Um because that show is not going to be the only one. I am going to make other stuff, but this is my like it's my main passion at the moment. I've been trying my damnedest to animate it on my own, but I cannot. So help with any field of animation or industry of entertainment really would be greatly appreciated. Um, if you are willing to, I hate the fact that I was about to say that. Um, mm, Asking for help is hard. Um, hmm, yeah. Anyone who just like is willing to like freelance or just like you know help a poor creator out of like here and there and not like I'll pay you back. Like I'll pay you. It's just like I can't at the moment. It's just like I know I'm all smiley and shit. It's just like when I don't know what to do or say, it's just like ah, you know, because I don't like you know taking people's time and not giving them what they're worth. You know, so yeah. So if you are willing, thank you. Um, and I will say this last thing before I end the video. I I hope everything goes well because I really, really, really would hate if I did all of this for nothing. So I'm gonna ask you viewers this: when when my video comes out and the first episode of the show comes out, I want you to look it over, review it, and say how you feel. Be honest, because the best criticism is an honest criticism. And, there could be some things in the episode that I could have fixed, and me and the people I showed it to just didn't really notice, or, you know, it sounded better on paper than it did animated type thing. That is good information to know, and, something I can work on in the future to, like, make it better and make it, like, feel more real, because I try to make it feel as real as possible. It's just really hard to do because, like, as someone who's terrible at communication, at least talking person to person. Videos are different because there's no one to stop me and for me to forget what I'm talking about, other than myself. Um, but yeah, it's just I want you guys just tell me your honest opinions, and if you guys like it and truly think it's a good show and like there's something there, even if could be some work done. It is my first show, it's bound to happen. um so please do tell me, and please go tell everyone you can, hey, there's this new indie company who just posted an episode of a show. You want to watch it with me? Like, you want to see how it is? Just that it would just be nice, even if you don't watch the episode and just like put it on mute and put it to the side of the table. That's fine. I'm okay with that because like the views do matter and the engagement matters, because the more engagement and more views the video gets, and like you know the less pauses and the more fluent the watch, the more I can pay my staff, because I am 100% gonna pay my staff before I pay myself. Like I'm gonna do that. Like, okay, I'm sorry. It's just like I want to make sure that they get their like what they're worth before I do, because I care more about other people than myself. So problematic, probably, but yeah, I don't really know what to name this video, so we'll see how that goes. Um, but anyway, thank you for listening if you're this far in, and thank you for supporting me, and I I hope you stick around, because I am planning a lot of stuff. I don't want to spoil it because I don't want to be a Disney. Okay, like I wanted to see people's honest reactions on it. So if you want, make a video on it. I am giving you permission to just like react to it. You know, you get content, I get a view. So and engagement. So there's no room to complain. You get paid, I get paid. We're both happy, you know. Um, so yeah, I'll definitely be watching people's reactions the on on the show, because I do want to see people's how they feel about it and like what I can do about it. So yeah, I'll see you next time on the Hulk. Goodbye.